Hello, hello. It's been a long time since I've actually streamed anything, and been, been an interesting, I don't know, like a month or so. It's been a lot going on. I guess it's been a lot going on for everybody, but, and I won't say things are quite settling down yet, but, jobs changed, unemployment happened, all this stuff. But, here we are. We're still here. We're still alive. And yeah, it's, I realize that I do a lot of these building and streaming things more to just kind of, I don't know, share some random construction goings on and kind of talk about the things that I like to do and what I'm doing. So yeah, that's about it. And it's never super exciting. At one point I had considered being one of those, or not really, but my personality can be such that being one of the extremely energetic streamers was always kind of a possibility. But then I realized that like it's just I would have been kind of jumping on that bandwagon, and it just didn't. I don't know. It just kind of it didn't feel right. So, I find that my speaking and my personality when I'm streaming tends to be much more mellow. Which is interesting because I don't know. I don't really think I'm that mellow in real life. But anyway, so yeah. If you've never seen this before, I am what I was doing is I was building an earth science exploration room. My little guy was doing earth science and fifth grade, and so I was like, well, what if I created this environment, kind of to explore some of the concepts, and then, got a little sidetracked and so forth. But actually got a little bit of stuff done. And so I'm coming back to it, and I realized that some of the stuff I wanted to do, I didn't quite figure out how, so I decided, while I'm waiting, I can just do, I can just noodle around with the rest of the stuff, right? And, what gets done, as long as something's getting accomplished, right? So one of the things that I was building was a volcano. That's what this is supposed to be. And let me see if I can just get down here. And initially, you were supposed to avoid the insides of the volcano and kind of climb to the top. Very short climb, but there was supposed to be something. Yep, nope, that's not what I want. Well, maybe it is. Oh, there is. Oh no, there is going to be something up here, and there probably still will be something up here. But you were supposed to. Initially, it was going to be rocks were going to appear here, and you were going to take the rocks and you were gonna scan them, and so I'm still working on kind of the whole scanning logic, and yeah, and then what you were going to do is kind of arrange them in correct order from I think softest to hardest types of rocks or minerals because I forget which one I was doing. And I know that there's a difference between, I think minerals are made up, right, rocks are made up of minerals. And I had mixed up the two because I just had, because that's what happened. But that was initially the plan, is you would put what you thought was, you would use the scanomatic to kind of identify what you thought the mineral was based on how hard it was. And so if you had, I don't know, you found some block and you're like, oh, I think this is diamond. And because it registered this on the scale, then you would put it on the diamond thing. And once you put it all together, it was like, yay, you won. And then, of course, to increase the fun, there was also some challenge, because every time you removed rocks from here, you would anger the volcano natives, which are these guys here, and they would come and try to attack you. And so, of course, there would be weaponry strewn about that you'd have to find to protect yourself. And I've probably given I just made a thing, didn't I? That was not what I wanted to do. I probably made it. I don't know if I made a thing that's all right. So we'll say done editing. I didn't want to edit anything. So yes, that's what I was doing. And I had come up with, I think the last time I was doing this, I had come up with a spot for storing the rocks since you can't, unfortunately in Rec Room, you can't just kind of synthesize stuff out of the ether. So if you, like there's no if you can't quite for lack of a better word like build a class and then say okay I want to create an instance of this class if you're a programmer that doesn't quite exist but I can build the rocks and have them move from one spot to the other so sort of like they're being teleported or initialized so that was just kind of something that I had to learn and deal with you know, it once you know the system and its limitations, you can start to work around them. And yeah, so I'm still just learning the system. I did, yeah. That's so that's kind of where I left off. And I thought it'd be nice to get back and do a little bit of creating. So I think what I wanted to do, I had drawn some images. I was trying to lay out what I wanted, how I wanted the rest of this world to look. And I think what I was going to do, I wanted to, can I make asphalt? I wanted to make asphalt. What was this? This was floor. Okay, so let's just make some asphalt out here. I'm going to model it. I didn't have an idea for what I wanted this out here to be, but in my new job of being a substitute teacher, this school that I'm at, I'm going to use as inspiration for building a thing, and yeah. So let's see. One of these rubber floor. That's not what I want. Metal floor. Huh. Okay. We want what kind of material do we want? Grip tape, gravel. Gravel will probably do. Color. We're gonna go with gray. Oh, they've added a lot more colors since I've been here. That is really cool. And I think we're going to do basically a cube, but it's going to be a very flat cube. And yeah, I'm going to make it pretty thin because I don't need it to be super thick. And I think what I want to do is I want to manipulate this shape. All right, we're just going to stretch it out a bit. I forget, there is a grid snap, but how do you view the grid? That's the thing. What's this do? I forgot. I don't want to change that. Yes, I do want them. I usually only see the grid when I'm doing something. This is not quite it, though. I think it's... Okay, let's do... Before we do that, let's actually move this thing. And I'm going to open palette again for a second and do don't rotate while moving. Snap to center, align to edges. I do want to show grid. Don't necessarily want to show pivot. Not looking for rotate. Position snap, rotation snap. Oh, I thought the grid was going to show up. Maybe not. Alright. I'll try and put this at the same height as the whatchamacallit here. Okay. That's pretty good. Let's... Oops. And... Oops, don't want to move it anymore. I think we want to go back to manipulate. You know, every time I start doing this, I think to myself, well, I forget how much fun it is to just kind of build. It's very... Sometimes it can be very relaxing. And sometimes it can be very stressful. Right now, it's... I shouldn't say very stressful. But it can be, you know, like it's... I build things in my day job as well. when I'm not substitute teaching, I'm also doing some website development projects and things like that. So I code, and so I spend a bit of time building, and sometimes it can be a little frustrating, but always stimulating. Um, and yeah, so we're just gonna do some very low stress building and hopefully have a good time here. And that's what that's one of the things that I really hope my if anything my stream is about is whoops, what did I do? Yeah, I don't really want to right. Okay, and then we're gonna actually I think we're gonna rotate this guy just a little. Nope, that's not what I want. Okay. Sort of. Uh-oh. That's not what I want. Alright. Now this is where grid... Oh, that was not what I wanted. This is where a grid would be really handy. Okay. So I think we'll go back to manipulate, and maybe I'll stretch this out a little further. Yes, I was talking about what I wanted my stream to kind of really be about, and I guess one of the things, I say I'm a programmer, and I do programming. Do programming. That's exactly the code I write is do sometimes. Um, no, I am a programmer, but I've never considered myself a great programmer. And I have quite a bit of imposter syndrome around, the work that I do and things like that. And one of the things that I try and do whenever I'm teaching or talking about programming or anything is kind of just normalize the idea of like, it's okay to struggle with the thing, and that's fine. Like, it's like embrace that, and we're one of the things I'm always super afraid of is like, being made fun of, right? Like, oh, I'm not good at this. Like, I'm not a good builder, right? I'm not good at building stuff in Rec Room yet. And it's like, oh, I don't know if I want to start because, I don't want to be bad at it. And I struggle with this all the time. And, I try and I guess for myself as well as others, just kind of try to get over that. And it's hard for me. And I want to try and make it easier for other people, right? And let's see, if I make this, can I make this a decoration? And can I still, I don't want to fall through the floor. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Configure object. How do I set it as a decoration? I totally forgot now. My ink cost is getting really high in here. Okay. Actually, I'm going to bring that palette back. And what I want to search for is... I want... Oops. I'm going to find a basketball court. I found a basketball. That is not... I'm going to search inventions. Or... maybe not. Gosh, this is what happens when you don't do it for a while. You forget how everything works. Just like programming. If you don't do it for a while, you're like, wait, how do I initialize this thing again? How do I write a class in this language? Ah, poopies. Okay. Maybe I'm searching the wrong thing. How do I... Let's go done editing here. Let's open our palette. And go to inventions, and then isn't there a way to search inventions? I don't want to search the palette. I want to search the inventions. Get more invention. No, maybe it's that big button right there that I totally just didn't somehow I ignored. Alright. Oops. Basketball court. I mean, I'm probably sure it wouldn't be hard to build one of these. I just want the, the thing that stands up. Let's see. In your palette menu. Okay. Well. Okay. Well, let's go to my palette menu here, and let's find this basketball court that I just got, and let's see if it's going to do the thing. Did I pass it? I did. Where did it go? Which way did it go, George? That's not right. Okay. There is. So let's close this, and then. Oh, it's a whole thing. Wow. That's really cool. Alright, we are going to delete this. It is really cool, though. And maybe we'll just create our own. Because I really just want the hoop thing. So maybe if I search for... maybe? Dark Phoenix, yes. I want to like that just for the name. Okay, because I kind of want... That's what I want. Yeah. Let's give them a cheer, because that... I should have given the other one a cheer, too. Okay. Now we've got that. Maybe I can still give the other one a cheer. Alright. Oops. Let's grab my maker pen here. And we're going to open up and we're going to create. Oops. That's over it. Alright. Cool. Alright. Now if I remember, where are they at? We're going to take this thing, and we're going to do some manipulation with it. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. One of my favorite things about, one of my favorite things is building in VR, because it's so, it's, it's not perfect, but I'm definitely better at building in VR than I am at building on the screen, right? Because you can get all these different perspectives, I feel like, easily, and you get a sense of scale. I can kind of get an idea of like how big a thing is or how small a thing is, and it really helps. And the tools are I feel like much easier to manipulate when you've got basically digital hands, right? That's kind of how I feel. All right, so okay, nice. All right, so now let's go to move, and we're gonna take this thing, and I think we're just gonna move it all the way back here. All right, gonna run over here. And if I recall correctly, actually, you know, it's funny. I actually want to rotate it again. I would like it to face. I would like it to rotate on the. What is that? The Y axis? Uh, X, Y, Z. Yeah, no idea. Okay. So, green. I want to rotate it on the green axis. Okay. Right. I feel like that's good. Alright, and then we're gonna say we want to move. How tall is... Alright, and then I'm gonna come over here. Yes, digital hands are fun. Alright, gonna move it back. Alright, and then... Whoops, I think I'm gonna clone this. And we're just gonna move it. All the way out here. And we're gonna rotate this guy. There we go. And this seems like a good time. It seems like a good time to actually do some saving. All right. Okay. We're making a little progress, right? We've got a series of basketball courts, so I think this... Wait, with the poop? Okay, I lost my... so if I recall, and then there's just a... this is not what I want. Let's go back here. I'm going to my backpack and let's go ahead and use this. Decoration. I think that's what I want. Okay. Figure. Alright, let's see. Alright, so we've got some thinking to do on what we're going to change to optimize this room. And let's see. We wanted to do, I think I'm going to go to shapes here, and I'm going to create a cube. And then, let's see. We're just going to make a little, it's like a little handball court. And I don't know what those walls are made out of. Wood, I get? Particle board, that would be funny. Galvanized metal. Painted wood. Okay, I'll go to colors here. I think we're gonna make it sort of a bluish color. Okay. And we're gonna be done with that. Yeah. Oops. It's not entirely on. Oops. Nope. Try that again. So that's sort of kind of what I'm going for. Alright, we're just gonna move this guy. Oops. I don't really want to rotate it right now. But I do want to just... I do want to move it. Okay. And we also want to manipulate it because we're going to scale it up a little. It is nice to be back in building. I am happy right now. Okay, so we're going to manipulate this guy. Stretch it out a bit. Okay. And it's a basic handball wall, right? Maybe a little thicker than that. Can fix that though. Okay. All right. Oh no. Fudge. I mean, I guess I could just undo it and go back to... Man, that's annoying. Ugh. I need to lock this floor. That's what I didn't do. Oh, terrible, terrible, terrible. Man, it completely screwed it up. That's so annoying. Okay. Welp, it is what it is now. So... Okay, hopefully that is... And then we're just gonna move. That was super poopy. Super poopy. Okay. Oh, no. Alright. That's not what I wanted. It just pages it over the whole way, which is not what I want exactly. Oh, no, no, no. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, and now we can... Oh, okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to freeze the floor. Okay. Now we won't have that problem again. At least until I unfreeze it. Okay, so making a little bit of progress here. Put away my maker pen and just kind of take a look around. So we're getting the... sort of getting the background out here. And, yeah. And then we'll start building the rest of the stuff. And a cat has decided to come visit me, which is just... sometimes his time is not exactly my timing, but, you know. Oh, right, so... There's still, yeah, there's still a little. I have to lower this so that that doesn't happen. But okay, so I've got the basketball courts here, which is cool. Um, Maybe I'll spawn a little basketball out here, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put maybe stretch this out a bit, or maybe not, and just kind of put up a wall here, and then that's where the and then I'm gonna do the fencing and the houses and the mountains in the background. At least that's the plan. So, okay. Well, I'm going to take a little break. At least I got something done. Not a whole lot, but, you know, like 3 quick things. It's making me feel a little better about stuff. Is there anything else I want to do? I really think I'm going to have to take a break. I'm starting to feel that, like, you know, haven't done VR in a while, and, oof, getting a little lightheaded. So we're going to take a break. But, yeah, all right. So, well, let's do this again sometime soon. All right.